Let's be honest. You've probably been told that clear speaking is the golden ticket to being heard. Teachers, bosses, even YouTube gurus will drill it into you. Enunciate your words, slow down, pronounce properly. But here's the problem. There are people out there who mumble, stumble, and still have entire rooms hanging on their every word. So maybe how to speak clearly isn't the real secret after all. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who spoke with absolute clarity, yet nobody paid attention? It happens all the time. That's because effective communication isn't just about polished pronunciation. It's about energy, presence, and confidence. People don't follow perfect diction. They follow voices that carry conviction. That's why those with raw speaking confidence and even imperfect habits can sometimes speak with authority and hold the spotlight, while others with flawless speech fade into the background. Here's the twist. The real key to improving communication and actually making people listen lies in something far deeper than how to stop mumbling or how to talk better. It's not about presentation skills alone. It's about creating a magnetic presence. And once you understand how to unlock that, you'll find yourself not just heard, but remembered. In this video, we're going to break down the mindset growth, the body language, the social skills, and the subtle speaking habits that turn ordinary talk into communication mastery. The myth of clear speaking versus the power of presence. Most people believe that mastering how to speak clearly is the ultimate way to improve communication. They obsess over articulation, pronunciation, and avoiding filler words. But here's the truth. Clarity alone doesn't make you magnetic. Imagine a lecturer who enunciates every syllable perfectly, but delivers their message in a flat, lifeless tone. Nobody walks away inspired. What actually makes people listen is the energy and presence behind your words. Presence transforms plain speech into persuasive speaking. Take, for example, someone giving presentation skills training. One trainer speaks clearly but sounds like a robot reading instructions. Forgettable. Another trainer, maybe with a slight accent or even a habit of pausing awkwardly, grabs attention because they project speaking confidence and use confident body language. Their words feel alive. People sense when you speak with authority because your tone, posture, and conviction align. That's the difference between simply how to speak in public and learning how to be heard. And here's the kicker. Presence is something you can practice. If you want to improve self-confidence in communication, start small. Instead of focusing only on diction, practice eye contact in conversations, use pauses intentionally, or lean slightly forward to show engagement. These speaking tips sound simple, but they shift how others feel when you talk. The more you embody this mindset growth, the more natural it becomes. And once you discover how to turn presence into power, you'll see why clear speaking is only the surface of communication mastery. And that opens the door to something even bigger. Why people listen to emotion, not just words. Here's a secret most public speaking tips overlook. People don't remember the words you say nearly as much as how you made them feel. That's why focusing only on how to stop mumbling or how to speak clearly often misses the point. Sure, clarity helps, but what really sticks is the emotion you inject into your communication. Think about your favorite speaker. Chances are it's not their perfect grammar you admire, but the way they stirred your imagination or made you believe something deeply. For example, picture two people explaining the same idea. One rattles it off like a technical manual, accurate, precise, and boring. The other person shares the same idea with passion, raising their voice at the right moments, adding humor, maybe even pausing dramatically. That second person is using effective communication to create an emotional experience. Emotion is the glue that makes people listen, and more importantly, remember. It's why persuasive speaking relies on storytelling more than flawless pronunciation. If you want to improve communication in your own life, practice sharing stories instead of just facts. Instead of saying, "I improved my presentation skills," tell the story of how your knees shook before a big talk. But one mindset shift gave you the confidence to speak with authority. People will lean in because they feel connected. By weaving emotion into your speaking habits, you're not just talking better, you're building trust, sparking curiosity, and stepping into communication mastery. And once you see how powerful that is, you'll be ready to explore the next layer of speaking confidence that makes voices unforgettable. Body language speaks louder than words. You can master how to speak in public, learn dozens of presentation skills, and even sound smarter with carefully chosen words. But if your body language screams insecurity, people notice. The truth is, confident body language often carries more weight than verbal clarity. Crossed arms, hunched shoulders, or avoiding eye contact can undermine even the sharpest speech. On the other hand, open gestures, steady posture, and calm movements amplify your speaking confidence instantly. Think about leaders you admire. Many of them don't just speak with authority, they move with authority. Steve Jobs, for instance, didn't always use big words. His pauses, hand gestures, and calm walk across the stage made people hang on every sentence. That's communication mastery in action. If you want to improve communication in your daily life, start practicing how to enter a room. Shoulders back, chin level, hands visible. That simple adjustment signals authority before you even open your mouth. Want a quick way to improve self-confidence and stop mumbling when nervous? Practice speaking tips that combine voice and body. Stand tall while rehearsing, look in the mirror, and match your tone with gestures. Try telling a story using your hands to emphasize key points. It not only helps you talk better, but it makes you memorable. When you align your words with confident body language, you shift from just having social skills to having magnetic presence. And that presence is what leads us into the next crucial part of personal development in communication: the role of mindset in speaking confidence. Here's something most people overlook. Communication skills aren't just about technique, they're about mindset. If deep down you don't believe your voice matters, no amount of speaking tips will fix it. That's why many people learn how to speak clearly, yet still feel invisible. The key is developing the belief that what you have to say deserves to be heard. This mindset growth is the foundation of speaking confidence, and it changes everything about how others perceive you. Take someone preparing for a big presentation. They might memorize lines, polish slides, even rehearse posture, but if they walk in thinking, "I'm not good enough," the audience senses it. Compare that to someone who tells themselves, "I have something valuable to share." That small shift in personal development transforms not just their words but their energy. Suddenly they speak with authority, their presentation skills shine, and they naturally draw attention. This isn't magic, it's mindset. So how can you train this? Start with daily self-improvement habits. Write down 3 reasons people should listen to you. Practice affirmations like, "My voice carries weight," before meetings. Even record yourself speaking and notice the difference in tone when you feel confident versus doubtful. These are practical ways to improve self-confidence and build the inner belief that powers effective communication. Because once you master mindset, speaking in public or social situations no longer feels like a challenge. It feels like an opportunity. And that leads us to the final piece of this puzzle: how to turn all of this into influence that lasts. Influence comes from connection, not perfection. At the end of the day, people don't listen because you sound flawless. They listen because they feel connected to you. That's the real essence of communication mastery. You don't have to sound smarter by using big words, and you don't need to obsess over how to stop mumbling every second. Instead, focus on building trust, empathy, and relatability. Those are the speaking habits that transform conversations, presentations, and even casual chats into moments of influence. Think about it. The most persuasive speaking often comes from people who are imperfect. A friend who tells a vulnerable story, a leader who admits their mistakes, or a mentor who laughs at their own slip-ups. These are the voices that stick. That's because effective communication isn't about hiding flaws. It's about using them to show humanity. When you learn how to talk better by connecting on a human level, you naturally improve communication without forcing it. If you want practical ways to do this, try these. Share personal stories instead of only facts, ask questions instead of lecturing, and mirror the emotions of the people you're talking to. These speaking tips strengthen social skills and create bonds that make your message resonate long after the words fade. That's how you truly speak with authority, not through perfection, but through connection. And once you realize that influence is built this way, you'll see that everything we've covered, presence, emotion, body language, and mindset, was leading you here all along. So here's the truth. You don't need to obsess over perfect diction or wonder endlessly about how to speak clearly. What makes people listen is presence, emotion, body language, mindset, and connection. These aren't just public speaking tips, they're life skills, the kind that spill over into your career, relationships, and personal development. The real self-improvement begins when you stop chasing perfection and start practicing communication mastery in your own authentic way. Now here's the big question. Are you ready to stop mumbling through life and start speaking with authority? Are you willing to invest in your own speaking confidence so you can finally be heard? Because every conversation you have is either building influence or losing it. Imagine how different your world could be if you improved your communication skills just a little bit each day. If this video sparked something in you, if it gave you practical speaking tips or a new perspective on how to be more confident, then don't just walk away. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and join me on this journey of mindset growth and personal development. Because the way you speak shapes the way you live, and the best time to level up your voice, your confidence, and your influence is right now.